welcome back. I am so thrilled you're here today because we're going to break down an absolutely fascinating internal recruitment guide. Today's explainer focuses entirely on the exact playbook used to scale a mobile-based payment agent network. I mean, if you've ever wondered how these grassroots digital payment networks expand so rapidly, this source document literally reveals the mechanics from the inside out. We're going to look at how individual operators transform themselves from just solo hustlers into managers of a sprawling, highly profitable network.
So why work alone when you can build a network, right? That is the core problem this entire playbook addresses. When you're just a solo payment agent processing deposits and withdrawals, your income is strictly tied to your hours. It's simple math. Limited time means limited income. But this document introduces a complete paradigm shift. It says stop doing all the work yourself, find partners who want to earn money, and let them bring the volume to you.
Okay, let's dive right into our roadmap for this explainer. First up, the master agent model. Second, sourcing your network. Third, pitching the opportunity. Fourth, setting up sub-agents. Fifth, the money mechanics. And finally, number 6, the daily operation. All right, Section 1, the master agent model, from solo operator to team leader. This right here represents a massive conceptual shift. You're moving away from the daily grind and stepping into managing the workers. It's basically the ultimate evolution of a hustler. Think about it. On one side, you have the single cash desk operator. Their whole job is just finding individual players and working that desk all day long. But on the other side, the master agent's role is fundamentally different. Their job shifts entirely to finding and managing people, sub-agents or cashiers, who will do that day-to-day work for them. The master agent is the one who decides who joins the team, how many desks to open, and ultimately how those commissions get split up.
Moving right along to Section 2, sourcing your network. Where to find your sub-agents.
So where exactly do you hunt for these eager recruits? Well, the playbook explicitly details 4 specific arenas. First, people you already know. The document notes these are often the most trustworthy. Think about friends who might need some extra income or relatives, though it specifically notes they absolutely must have an Android phone. Second is social media, like Facebook, job groups, or LinkedIn, where you pitch it as a proper business opportunity. Third, messaging apps. We're talking WhatsApp and Telegram. But the fourth one, that is the golden goose. Real-life targeting of small shop owners. Grocery stores or mobile recharge points are absolutely perfect for this because, as the guide points out, they already have customers walking in every day with cash in hand. But who exactly are we looking for in these arenas? The source gets very specific about the ideal recruiter profile. They suggest finding people age 28 and older. And what really stands out here is that the guide explicitly states gender doesn't matter. And honestly, neither does past experience. The focus is entirely on reliability, a willingness to work consistently day in and day out, and the intrinsic motivation to go out and look for players themselves.
Which brings us to Section 3, pitching the opportunity. The exact words that convert.
Now, finding prospects is one thing, but how do you actually get them on board? The playbook literally provides copy and paste scripts to make this as easy as possible, emphasizing pure accessibility. One ready-to-send message states, "Hello, do you want to start a business as an official payment agent? I provide the system and training. You only need an Android phone." Now, what's really interesting about this pitch is how it highlights a zero barrier to entry. The master agent provides the payment system, they provide the training. The prospect? They literally just need the phone they probably already have sitting in their pocket to start earning from every single deposit and withdrawal.
But for small shop owners, the strategy changes quite a bit. The pitch appeals directly to their desire for effortless profit by piggybacking off their existing foot traffic. The pitch essentially says to them, look, you already have customers coming to your shop. You don't need to change what you're doing, just add my app to your routine. You take their cash, use my app, and you get a percentage. It's incredibly direct and frankly, very compelling for a shop owner.
Okay, Section 4, setting up sub-agents, the onboarding bureaucracy. So the prospect says yes. Awesome. What happens next? We enter the formal registration phase, which is broken down into 4 rapid-fire steps. First, the master agent collects the basic details. We're talking full name, region, city, and exact geolocation coordinates. Second comes verification. They require a photo ID and a selfie holding that ID. Third, a prepayment is sent over, and fourth, they begin work immediately. Boom! It is a super swift transition from just being a prospect to an active, fully registered cashier. Let's pause and look a little closer at that third step for a second.
We're talking a prepayment of $100 to $200. That really anchors the real-world financial stakes of this whole operation. You see, this isn't just some free app download. It requires actual capital to lubricate the system so the new subagent can actually start processing real money transactions on day one.
Let's move into Section 5 and see how this builds. The money mechanics, managing the flow of funds.
So the absolutely crucial point here is that funds always flow in one direction, from the master agent's account down to each subagent, filling up their cash desk limit. You can think of this limit as essentially their digital cash register drawer. The master agent has to top up their own central account first, right? They essentially act as a central financial distributor, passing that limit across their team's cash desks as needed to keep the whole network liquid and operating smoothly.
And here is where the real profit is actually made, the commission split. The playbook clearly outlines that the master agent sets this commission split entirely themselves. The master agent keeps a percentage of what the subagent earns from every single deposit and withdrawal they process out in the field. The rest goes to the person actually working the desk. Honestly, this is the ultimate goal of the master agent model, earning a passive cut from the physical, day-to-day labor of their subagents.
Finally, we hit Section 6, the daily operation, running the micro-franchise.
Once this whole network is built and funded, what's the master agent actually doing all day? Well, their daily tasks look entirely different from when they first started. Now, they're monitoring their team's activity and overall turnover. They're watching the numbers like a hawk. They redistribute funds and limits between cash desks as different subagents have busier or slower days. And importantly, they recruit continuously to keep growing that network. The master agent has totally evolved from finding individual players to managing a thriving, growing digital business. So is building an agent network the ultimate microbusiness? It's a great question. This playbook reveals a really powerful truth about scaling. By shifting from an operator to a manager, you are no longer the one out there grinding to find players. You start earning from the effort of others. Your income scales beautifully with your team's effort, not just the hours you can physically stay awake. It's just a totally fascinating look at decentralized digital entrepreneurship. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today, and remember to keep questioning how the systems around you are built.